like I said to you before, and you see me do it publicly as well, like say to you, yo, like I see your talent, fam, and I believe you are the next up in it. Like give it a little time and the opportunity, like it's definitely something that I feel as though that I feel like you can, you know what I mean, put out there once people see what I see, you know what I'm saying? So
well, I appreciate it, my brother, man.
You know what I mean? But anyway, listen, introduce yourself and let us know where you're at, where you're from, and you know what I mean?
Hello, my name is Michael Salami. I'm an actor based in East London, but also I go abroad quite a lot, stateside, LA, New York, anywhere really. Wherever there's work, I'll be there.
Cool. So listen, let's get to it. Like, how'd you get into acting?
How did I get into acting?
Yeah, because when I met you, it was kind of earlier on. I can't even remember where we first met. Like, early days. Like,
I think it was what was it? Unfamous.
Yes, Unfamous. Yes. Bro, yeah. We clicked there, innit? Yeah, years ago. But funny enough, I put up a post about that the other day. You know?
That's alright. For people that don't know, Unfamous is like a YouTube series that used to be on YouTube. By Scotty Unfamous, and it was a really great show.
I think the concept will do so well now.
Right now, 100%.
Absolutely, so well right now.
It was too early for our years. But yeah, so how I started was that I was in secondary school, and then like I had a high ego at that point, I think, because I felt like I was the best actor in the school, and I was like, I'm the best actor, bro, what's going on, come on, I'm getting A's and the A stars. So I'm thinking the best actor in the school, whatever. But then my friend, one of my best friends, Kieran Darby, he was in Crime Watch, but not as obviously for doing crime, not for doing crime, but for actually. No, but he played. You don't want to do one of the reenactments. Yeah. And I was like, how did you get that? And I was like, how did you do that, bro? This one was in secondary school, like 11. And I was like, how did you do that? He goes, I go to this drama school. I'm in an agency, and then audition. I got what? I said, what? What's this drama school? Tell me, bro. Let me get into this. I thought I'm the best actor. It's easy. I went for the audition. It was amazing. Out of like 20 people, and 3 of us got in. And then I went straight into the top class.
Oh, so you actually just flew
straight to the top class. And in that room was Toby Bakari. Malachi Kirby. Nicole Key, like all these people that now are like obviously gone. Gone. So within big names, right? So in that room, I remember like some kid went up there and he performed. He did like his piece. Like Femi was there. Like Femi used to teach us at that point. Femi Oguns, and
that's Femi from
Identity Drama School. So he's like the founder. So he used to teach at that point. So he was like teaching, and then one kid went up there to perform. And then I was like, oh, that's sick. When he came up, I thought, that's sick. That's exactly what I would have done. That's sick, Femi said that was dead. He said,
like that?
Bro, like not for word. Don't quote me. But
he let him know that wasn't cutting.
He let him know that wasn't it. And I was at the back like, what? Because that's literally what I would have done. And I would have raised my hand to go next. Again, I'm the best. From that moment there, I realized, I realized you are not that. You're not who you think you are, and training is so important, and there's so much more to this acting thing than just pretending to be. We're gonna
touch on that. We're gonna touch on that. Remember that later.
And then he asked Malachi Kirby to go up and do it. Malachi Kirby went up there, and he literally did like nothing. I mean, it was so natural. By that point, I didn't know what naturalistic was. He did nothing. And Femi said, "That's it." I said, "What? What? Everything I know about acting is I really have no idea what this is." And then that's how I just kind of started. We've been in that drama school. Soon after, I got into the agency, but then obviously being a Nigerian boy. So like my family was like, you need to go to university, so I left acting.
How was that conversation with your parents when you obviously wanted to say to them, this is what I want to do?
Well, to be fair, for me, at that point, it was a tough conversation, because at the end of the day, my sisters are both lawyers, doing law.
And,
you know, doing the right thing, going to university, making, you know, working as well.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm looking like the naughty kid who's not really trying to, like, you know, complete this, do that. I'm trying to do this acting thing. No one in that. Who's heard of an actor in their family? They've never seen it before. They don't understand it. So I understood it, and I did want to go to university, and that's when I went to university, and that's when I did architectural, technology design and production. But I couldn't afford the second year.
Of uni?
Yeah, of uni. I couldn't afford it because I was born in America.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that, you know.
Oh yeah, I was born in Atlanta, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's here. Obviously, I've got the British accent.
Yeah.
I was born and I came here when I was young. When I was like 10.
Yeah.
10. And so yeah, I didn't get my indefinite leave to remain in the UK until I was 21.
What?
So that was my second year of uni.
Hold on a second. How did, obviously with the stuff that's gone on with like Cash-tastic and everything else, how did you like, was that a big situation, or it just wasn't?
No, it was huge. Yeah? It was like I can be shipped back to America any day kind of thing.
Is it?
Yeah, so it was like maneuvering within this country, trying to survive. Well, I wasn't legally allowed to work, so I had to do a lot of side hustle jobs like leafletting, working in warehouses, like anything where I can just get cash in hand. To survive in this country. And as soon as I got my passport, man, definitely get this guy, bro.
I know.
Stupid. As soon as I got my indefinitely to remain in the UK, that's when I was like, alright, boom. I quickly just got a job, literally the following week, and that's when I started hustling at university. But by then it was too late to complete my second year. I couldn't afford. Like, they said if you want to get student loan, you have to start the whole course again. I was just, I'm not doing that.
Oh wow.
So that's when I went back to London. I was like, yeah, boom. I'm gonna go 100 at acting.
Where did you go uni?
The Montfort University.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's in Leicester.
Oh, okay. Leicester Uni.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine, so obviously I come back now and I'm just like, depressed. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was like, oh my God, I'm a failed uni person. There's nothing for me. I have no, like, what can I do? Yeah. You get me? My dad wasn't around at that point as well, so not really like that father figure to teach me like the next steps. Yeah. All I was hearing, go to uni. I get a phone call from Mackay, that's my son, so from Malachi.
Yes. And Malachi, at that point, sorry to cut you, at that point, where was those people that you mentioned at that point in their careers?
So at that point in their careers, they're doing alright. They're getting like little, but remember, black people on TV back then wasn't really like out there like that. But any show that was black people, them man were working. Yeah. So they were working, Malachi's working, all of them was working in like little shows here and there, and Casualty or a little episode in EastEnders. Yeah. I think Toby got EastEnders, like Malachi got like a E20 when E20 first came out.
Okay, yeah.
So he's at that point, but Malachi was still producing his own work at that point as well.
And obviously it was quite difficult back then, because obviously it was our main almost way to advertise yourself was sort of really YouTube. We didn't really have.
Bruv, YouTube wasn't even there yet.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah. Not to where people posting things up and that. Yeah.
Not heavy like that. It was like more like MySpace them times.
Oh shit, yes.
Do you understand? That's before YouTube even came into play.
Yeah.
So it was just like, that's why you would only see them on TV. Only if you saw them on TV would you know that they're in a show kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So yeah, Malachi was just like, come down to like, I want you to be in this play, and I was like, bro, I'm not acting no more. We need to be in a play.
Wait, so at that point you just, as in you didn't, acting wasn't a thought in your head, or?
I couldn't afford it. So at first I took out overdrafts. Yeah. And I was going back to London every single weekend by coach, like whatever, driving 6 hours there to go whatever. Every weekend, but then the money ran out because at the same time I still tried to pay for university, accommodation, food. I know student loan, you pay for everything, innit? So I tried to grow up fast, but at the same time I loved acting, so I was trying to go back. But eventually I had to leave because I couldn't afford to come back every weekend anymore. I had to focus on university, and that's when it ended. So obviously coming back, Malachi's like, yeah, come down. I was just like, bro, nah, bro. Yeah. I'm done with that. And he's like, come, I'll pay for your transport. I couldn't even afford transport. He's like, pay for your transport. I was like, alright, bet. So I came down. I just fell back in love with it, man. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go about 100% of this. And just went 100 with everything. And that's how I first started.
Yeah, so when I met you, you was doing like 3 jobs.
Probably.
Like, I couldn't remember what they was doing, but I remember you was doing 3 jobs at this point. Like, how did you navigate dealing with 3 jobs? but then also doing casting calls, because obviously at that point those were obviously funding you to be able to go to these casting calls and everything else and do, you know. So how did you, when I say navigate, how did you manage, like, obviously I'm not saying you didn't, but I'm saying like you obviously didn't get every casting call you went to. So how did you manage like not getting it and still trying to find the will to kind of keep moving? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So for a man like me, I work with like numbers and formulas. I like the Rubik's Cube. I love doing the Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I like things that make sense formally wise.
Yeah.
If you do A plus 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
If you do this, you do this, you do this, it will end up to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had no doubt in my mind if I could, like, all right. So I did door-to-door sales once.
Yeah.
And I did it for one day and I quit. I quit after lunchtime. Yeah.
I did that as well.
Yeah, but I learned so much, and it was such a huge life lesson, right? From this kid that was amazing at doing door-to-door sales, making sales like that. But his thing was, at the beginning of the day, he's like, how many doors you gonna knock on today? I was like, I'll probably knock on about 20 and try to get like maybe like one person to sign up. He's like, nah, like you have to work on 100, knock on 100 doors. So he said, your target for today, we're gonna knock 100 doors. We're gonna try to get into about 30. We're gonna try to like convince about 20 and at least try to make 10 sales. And I was just like, what? But I never thought about ratio and how to work like that, right? So my mentality immediately took it back to acting. And I was like, cool. So I learned for that, quit that job. Cool. When it came to acting, try to get as many casts as I can. Yeah. Understand that in this industry you're only gonna land about 2% out of 100. Yeah. If you land more, then God is good. If you don't, it's just the way the game, just how the game works. Yeah. You understand? So I never took offense to me not landing a role, because soon after that I understood that there can be 101 reasons why you didn't get like a role, and you trying to kill yourself to try to figure out the reason. It's not gonna make sense. As long as you do the homework, understand you got a God-given talent, and be persistent. Consistent. It's inevitable.
But you see, but it's obviously for like young actors that are trying to come in this game, and obviously it's slightly different to obviously when you came in it, because now they've got a lot more avenues to promote themselves. YouTube, Instagram. Like we'd seen with like, different projects, shout out Smiley, his street sermons are a very big example of people just using Instagram for their, for their purpose. So how do you think, how would you tell a newer actor in this situation to navigate through this?
There's a few things I would say, man, quite a lot. But the general consensus is that, like, before, for example, me as a father, I used to be against technology, bro.
Okay.
I remember when I first heard about Facebook, I was just like, that's never gonna take off. I remember when I first heard about all these new platforms, I think they're never gonna blow up, right? And then soon after, even when it came down to my son, I was just like, no iPad, no nothing, right?
Okay.
But then what I realized is, like, you could try to fight the times, or you can move with it and adapt in it. So I soon learned you have to adapt, right? And the way you adapt is by learning things and find out the blueprints of what other people have done. Learn as many different blueprints you can. If you putting them all together, trialing different one and see what one works for you best in it. So for example, there's so many different formulas. If you I classify them as formulas. There's so many different routes on how people have become successful in this industry. So like, for example, Damson Idris's route, John Boyega's route, most of Femi's old clients' route. There's a formula, and I studied it and I understood it, and I know if you just do this, you do this, you do this, this can do this, and you understand. And with nowadays, all the formulas are out there. You've seen the way Chucky's done it, you've seen the way Michael Dapper's done it. You've seen the way ZZ Mills has done it. There's so many different ways you can do it now, whether it's through podcasts, whether it's through creating your own platform, whether it's through creating your own content. It's so easy to do now. I mean, back in the days, to create content, bro, you have to know someone who had a camera, knows someone who had a sound man. Now you just pull out your phone or buy £1 or something from Amazon to like clip on a mic. There's so many basics, there's no excuse in it. Like if you really want to create, you can create. Obviously the quality difference is going to be different. But I've seen kids in back in Africa, like doing dancing, creating movies.
Them kids are amazing, bruv.
And then like the resources are so limited in terms of like what
they got
using.
So creative with what they have around them.
Exactly.
Mad creative.
So point being, like, if you want to like create and make noise, create content, make noise, build a platform and just create because you love it, and the right people will see you.
Yeah.
And follow the other original formats from the OGs like us.
Yeah.
That, you know, that how we approach the industry, and then merge the two and create your own thing.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, obviously, because I like what you were saying earlier off camera, and you're saying like, and it's a statement that I agree with and use till this day. It's like your net worth is your net worth.
100%.
And I've noticed that you have a lot of connections. Like,
I've been blessed with a lot of connections. Yes.
Like, you know a lot of people. Like, I've been in like same event spaces, and I've seen how you move through the crowd and you speak to a lot of people. Like, is that how big or how important is having that?
Well, for
that
me,
kind of connection?
I think it's like, for me, like, I heard a quote from since I was young, and the quote was, "It's not lonely at the top of you, help other people get there."
Yeah.
I've always learned that, and I've seen it through within being in this career. That again, people that I show love to from the very beginning, that have still been grinding up, and some people that have blown up, some people are still right. I'm still bedrooms with all of them. So my friends are now all in different categories, because I didn't just try to just hang with just one. You know what I'm saying? I show love to everyone, and I genuinely just try to give as much as I can. I just try to see how much can I help someone, and it'll always be repaid somehow in the future, you know. So I think it's important, and also hang around the right people, the right mentality, people that are doers, that are go-getters, people that don't make excuses, people that are motivators, people that network. Their money is long, because if you're hanging around with people that only that are broke, you're going to be the sixth person. If 5 people are broke, you're going to be the sixth person that's broken.
Of course.
If 5 people smoke, you're going to be the sixth person that smokes. It's just the way we are as humans environmentally. When we're surrounded by people, so just surround yourself by the right crowd, man. And there's no excuse really for that either. I used to go to every press night. Every single press night, and a new player's coming out, I was there. Press night, I was there. Opening, I was there.
For those that
Closing,
may not know, what is a press night? What is like? What does the average press night look like?
So press night is like, so there's new plays every season, in it. Like each theatre they have new plays, and then on one night the newspaper people, all the agents, all the casting directors, because everyone's there to work, and to also network. So for example, the agents to be there to help network and sell their clients, other casting directors. Casting directors to be there to see new actors, what they're doing, what the latest work is, to see how they might implement them into one of their new shows. The agents would be there, obviously talking. There'd be so many people there within the industry there to communicate and to network. So why not put your face in those environments as much as you can? Because again, people. So I'm going deep.
No, keep going.
The way our minds work is that, the way adverts work is that, the reason why McDonald's advertise so much, even though everyone knows the brand, the reason why you still see their things everywhere is because the way humans' minds work. If we see something 7 times, it comes part of our subconscious, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I see it as, if I let these agents and casting directors see me 7 times at different things, the first time might be like a head nod, the second time I'd be like, hey, you're right. The third time I'd be like, oh, nice, good to see you. Or what did you think of the play? The 5th time might be a whole conversation. The 6th time might be in the office, and the 7th time might be on set. You understand?
Yeah, of course.
So you have to think outside the box like that, and just be anyone, everywhere, and then you just make a network. Now I've got networks of casting directors. I can just message. If I heard you're doing this, please give me the room. They're like, yeah, of course, got in your mind already. If something comes up, we're gonna put you on. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't have to now go and wait for my agent. I can actually go and speak to some people one-on-one, because I've created those relationships with those people.
Okay. Yeah. So let's kind of go back a little bit. You cut to America for a little while. You went to do like acting school, man. One of the acting schools in New York or something,
yeah.
Stella Adler. Yeah,
bro.
Alright, so we spoke about obviously your brethren, Malachi.
Yeah.
Calling you back. At this point, is this when you decided to go to America, or?
Nah, so this is, again, I was just very new back into the industry, because at that point it's probably been a year since I actually done anything to do with acting, so I didn't know anyone. I still knew the people that was grinding, but again, it was like, even to go into the drama school, I couldn't just go straight back into the top class.
Of course.
I had to work my way back up, kind of thing, innit? So I went back to drama school.
And what drama school was that?
Back to Identity.
Oh, you went back to Identity, okay.
Yeah, and then that's when I joined another one after that, Kingdom.
That's Ashley Waters.
Yeah.
Is Identity and Kingdom, are these the ones that generally speaking, the new generation are going towards?
I don't know if the new generation. I think the new generation's now actually aiming higher, which is nice. Well, not higher. Forgive me, but they're aiming for like things like RADA, Lambda.
Oh, okay.
Rose speech, drama. But they're also doing like another like a lot of like weekend stuff.
Okay.
There's a lot more like drama schools now than there was back then. Essentially, is what I'm saying.
Of course, yeah.
I think they're more spread out actually.
So you got onto, obviously, you know, you speaking to your people then. So at what point did you say to yourself, I need to go? Because you could have stayed at one of these lot in the UK. What made you say to yourself you're gonna go to America do that?
So for a couple of reasons. So one of the reasons was that I was doing well in it. Yeah. Again, this is now YouTube's here now. YouTube's doing really well. Everyone's trying to create content. Everyone's collaborating together. So I started collaborating with like a few of my bedrooms and like creating a lot of YouTube stuff. That's what I did on Famous.
Yes.
I did Man on the Wall. I did Spin UK. Venus versus. I did everything. I was like a hoe to the industry. Did everything right. So I was doing alright. And I was getting a lot of like, I was like hood famous, if you will. Yeah? And I was getting a lot of like praise and pats on the back.
Because Venus versus Mars was kind of big. It moved to like Sky at some point.
Yeah, I went to Sky.
Yeah.
Then I started doing my own shows with like Sebastian Till. Like
Sebastian, shout out Seb.
Yeah, and like things are going really well. But I was doing theatre plays, but I wanted to feel like my goal was always like, bro, I want to win an Oscar. I want to feel like I deserve to be on that stage, deserve to be on that camera. Like I felt like I was doing well, but also that the imposter syndrome was kicking in, where I felt like an imposter. Like, did I actually deserve to be here? Did I actually train? You know what I'm saying? I had no qualifications. I was just like, you know what? Let me audition to get into like drama schools. But at that point, it was like £50 to audition into RADA. Again, my family's not giving me no money because I said I'm not going back to uni. I'm not doing this. So who's giving you money to fund your team? You have to fund it yourself. So I couldn't afford to just do drama, like audition for something and then not get in. And then one day an audition came up for Stella Adler.
Okay. Well, over here?
Yeah, over here in the UK, and it was for free. So I said, I'm right, let me go and do that. Yeah.
Did you know about who they were?
I'd done my research, researched into them, and then one of the things that like sold me on their like company was that one of the quotes I was living by was by I think I forgot his name that wrote the quote, but it's like Van something, and he said something about I wish the stage was as narrow as a tightrope, so only the incompetent or the competent would dare walk upon it. Meaning that if the stage was like a tightrope, not anyone just be like, oh, I'm gonna go and be an actor and walk along that tightrope. They're actually gonna put work into it, and they're gonna dedicate actually training to walk on that tightrope, to become the best at walking that tightrope. It's like a life or death situation, and that's how I saw acting. And I wanted to feel like I deserved to be on that stage, and like I was walking along that tightrope because I studied and I trained to walk. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. So
when I researched Stella Adler, in Stella Adler's office, they had that quote on the wall.
No way.
So I was just like, nah, I need to go.
Ah, that's mad. That's a sign, blood.
You understand? So I auditioned for it, and it was the first time that I've actually connected with them, and it was just an amazing experience. And but again, it was like moving out to New York. That was a whole mission. I just wanted to feel like I deserved to go there. Like the UK weren't like, you know, I didn't feel like I was deserving. But the fact that America was accepting of me, I was just like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Why did you feel like you wasn't deserving?
I don't know. Again, imposter syndrome, bro. I was thinking like, I can never audition for RADA. Why would RADA let me go in there? I don't speak like them. I don't walk like them. I don't talk like them. But anyways, back to
back to the Z.
That's my new thing.
Of course.
Back to the name, the aim of the game. So what was I saying?
Yeah. So you were saying that you didn't feel like you belonged there. So.
Right. So it's just like, obviously I didn't feel like I can get to certain drama schools, and I just wanted to put an audition in. Like, you know, it's expensive. Who's like a hood guy from like, well, I'm not hood no more, but you know, I was definitely very much, you know, the pantala, everything, talking.
Of course.
So loud. I was like, I'll never get in. But the fact that this school said to me exactly how I was just like, yo, this is sick. And I told, this is one thing I talk about, the network of people. I told one person, and he started putting all his fears onto me, saying like, bro, no, I wouldn't do it. Like, I tried it myself. It's expensive, bro. Trust me, if I was you, I wouldn't even try. Like, it's long. Like, it's one of the best drum schools in the world. Like, I was just like, just because you can't do it, I can't do it. So that actually pushed me to be like, you know what?
Of course.
That's when I start working the 4 jobs.
Yes.
That's when I start grinding.
Yeah, I remember them days. Yeah, I remember them days. You was putting in the work, blood.
You understand? Start raising money.
Yeah.
Start getting sponsorships from like Old Vic Theatre. I got a sponsorship for the Bush Theatre. An artistic director that put money towards my campaign, and I eventually was able to afford to go out there. Nice. So I went out there to study out there. It was tough. It was like
How did they receive you out there? Cause
they love me, bro.
All right, so this is where my confusion kind of comes into play, because not long ago, well, it was a little while ago now, but we had a comment from obviously Samuel Jackson, one of the biggest guys in the game. Everyone looked up to him, like
Uncle Sam supporting me then, man.
Like I felt like I'm not gonna lie, it hurt.
Yeah, it did hurt.
It hurt, like, and talking about one of our guys, Daniel Kalua, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like
he won an Oscar for that, so I was just like,
I know, but do you know what the funny thing is? I felt like, why now?
Yeah.
Because when obviously it had been known that Daniel got the position, he didn't have nothing to say then.
No. And the thing about Sammy, he's worked with plenty of people that have done the British thing for American shows. So and many people, bro.
Bruh, and this is what I didn't get, and I didn't understand. Do you know the funny thing is as well? Do you know what kind of pissed me off a little bit? It was the fact that I didn't see no one really backing it over here.
Yeah.
For me, I felt like the noise was not loud enough. Like, bro, you can't come for our own. The only person I saw do that was Giggs, blood. Giggs let him have it.
Yeah.
He let everybody on that show. He said, what? Hold on a second. Bro, don't make it hard for you to come. Like, he set it off for everybody, blood. And I said, that's the energy that man, that's why I fuck with his hard, blood. Like, he's he wears his heart on his sleeve and he lets man know, blood. Bro. Yeah, fam, and he backed it, fam. And I said, but do you know what I saw? I saw people, let's say the Shade Borough posted what obviously my man said, or all these other pages obviously posted it, but I saw people with blue ticks in the comments, but I didn't see no one posting nothing on their page. I didn't see no one reposting saying, nah man, I'm not having that. The only person I saw was Giggs, blood. And that to me showed why I feel like Americans can look on us in a certain way, which is why I asked you how they took you, because in his comments when he said it, sorry to cut you, there was a lot of Americans who was agreeing with what he was saying. So that's why I asked you, how did you get received when you went over there?
Here's the thing, innit? Like, I understand both parties, innit? Because like I got bedrooms out there and I speak to some of them, and even when I was in Miami with Sebastian, and we spent like 4 hours standing outside like until like 4 a.m. just talking. I fell asleep. That's the longest conversation was. I was on a bed sleeping. Then when I was talking about the whole concept of it. And then like obviously
is this at the ABFF?
Yeah, the ABFF event in Miami. So obviously I understand their point of view, and like, I totally get it. But at the same time, they respect us. Do you understand? They respect us.
Okay, they do. Okay.
Yeah, they have to respect. They have to respect it, because it's like, fundamentally, the way we approach the craft is like, if you're actually in love with the craft, that's what comes first, isn't it? And the way we approach the craft is very different to the way a lot of Americans approach the craft, isn't it? So we approach it, you know, we learn everything about it. We learn from the history of it, we learn about theatre, and obviously in America is a lot different, and America's a lot bigger, where they feel like they all have to stand out. That's why a lot of them like might dress up a lot, or really like dye their hair, or do things just to stand out within the crowd, because it's a big world out there, man. There's a lot of people you have to really stand out. So obviously feeling like British people are coming in and just taking, like, not taking roles, because we earn the roles, but like earning the roles over them. It's like, you know, it's that feeling of like, oh, but we're working hard as well. But it's like, it's not hard enough, unfortunately. Sometimes it just comes down to that. It's just like, who's best for the role, and that's what it comes down to. Like, they're not just giving it to us because of financial reasons. That's they're trying to make it out to be.
Yeah, because they said it's like, obviously UK actors get paid less. They say that,
but we're still getting paid a lot, and you're still getting paid tax just as much, but we're getting taxed less. Because you understand? It all balances out. It balances out. So there's no reason. But it is what it is. Yeah, they receive me nicely, bro. They always showed love to me every day.
So when you go to a school like Stella Adler, like what is it that you like? What happened? What is it like? What goes on? Do you have lessons like a normal school and like structured like that, or is it just kind of?
There's like a few different like people that go to the school, but there's the daytime one doing it from like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. I done the nighttime because my theory is that if I work during the day, I can pay for school at night. So that's what I did. So I worked in the day.
Okay.
Do like waitering or do like working in restaurants. And then during the evening I'll go back and then I would I'll go to school and I'll study there. So it was like an evening course. It was like split up into different courses and different sections. You have like a different teacher for each of these courses. And it was amazing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. Cause I learned so much. So much. I mean, like everything I learned, man. And it's non-stop. And it made me fall in love with acting, but across the board. It made me fall in love with Shakespeare. It made me fall in love with understanding how the industry works, understanding where I fitted in within the industry, understanding how to approach it, understanding how to really truly do research in a project, how to do research in a theatre, how to do research in a casting director, how to email them, how to how to act, how to become naturalistic, understanding how acting first started, the history of it, understanding important people, the history of them people, understand how to network, bro. There was just like everything you could ever want to learn. I learned like that drama school. I feel like now underrated because I gained so much, and it's crazy because even though I went there with someone who's already experienced acting in the industry, and I was hood famous, if you will. I've done a couple of things that hit TV. So to them, they just saw me as someone who's like, rah, like you're already doing it, and you come to the school like already talented, but you're still wanting to learn more. So I was respected as well within the school, you know, like they really respected me out there and showed me love. Like they actually went above and beyond for me, to be fair, because they should have kicked me out because I fell behind in pavement. I fell behind so many different things, trying to balance being out there, and also I had a son on the way, you know. So it's like balancing those two worlds, flying back and forth.
I remember you flying back.
It was a crazy period, but we managed to push it through, graduated, and it was the best decision I ever made.
Oh, wicked. What is the, obviously speaking about, you know, you was talking about the history, you learned about the history of acting and everything else. What is the fascination with Shakespeare? Now, when people are doing auditions, because I've taken part as a panelist for an audition, and people have come in and they've done Shakespeare for a role that has nothing to do with Shakespeare. And I wanted to know why a lot of them came in and did Shakespeare when it was like a more of a, you know, modern type play. What's the deal with Shakespeare? Because I had to ask I said, why does everyone do Shakespeare?
So alright, so I don't understand why they do that. I think that's just dumb. But if I'm trying to put my brain into their mindset and why they might do something like that, it's because not everyone can do Shakespeare. And the people that do Shakespeare, they've either been trained or they have a respect for the art. Shakespeare's part of the history of it, and actually Shakespeare writing is beautiful. It's incredible, bro, especially if you understand it and understand the history of it, and just like understand the rhythm of it and understand what work it would take to put yourself in a position to write something like what Shakespeare writes. Is like I put him in the same category as someone like Einstein or something, because his mind is brilliant. So obviously if you bring someone to the audition for something like that, it says a lot about that person even before the rip. Like you don't even ask a lot of questions like where did you study, what did you do, because if they can come in and kill that, you already know what they can take away from a contemporary text. So they can take that away from a Shakespearean text, where they're taking from contemporary text.
Because the ability to understand it puts you cut above the rest, because it's very quite difficult to understand.
Do you understand? So I think that's why they would do it, but I think it's bullshit, because at the end of the day, if you can kill Roe, you can kill Roe. But that's why, again, I never judge them for it. I just try to put myself in their mindset, thinking why would they do that, what would they benefit from that, and that's my theory on what I think they would benefit from doing something like that. Makes sense.
No, it does. Because I like I said, I'd seen people, I've even seen like, you know, casting tapes from people and stuff, and their first go-to is Shakespeare, and obviously it makes sense. Why? Because they're trying to show the casting director, yo, this is my ability, I can understand this, and to do your role, I'm definitely qualified, kind of thing.
There you go.
I get it. Yeah. Okay, now I understand. Because I honestly just didn't get it before. I was just like, why would you do that? Wouldn't you do something that makes more sense to the role that you're going for? Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
That's what I think should be done like, but if they had to do it, I guess that's why, you know, time is of the essence. You might have like 2 weeks to find the right person. You want to skip through a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find someone that actually can do it.
So when you graduated, what happened when you come back?
So I came back and I went straight back. I was a father.
Yeah.
You know, already at this point. So I had to get a job straight away. So I went to become a waiter. I worked at Soul House Theatre, which was interesting, working like serving people in my bedrooms, already in the industry that I grew up with. You know what I mean? Identity drama school. And I was like, you know, what can I get to drink? And then serve them drink, but it was still
do you know what though?
It was humbling, bro.
I was just about to say that I have to give you credit because not a lot of people,
bro,
especially in this day and age, ego is a big thing.
Bro, remember I told you I had to humble that ego from since I was young. So that ego was gone out the window, bro. At that point, I've already been homeless. I've done so many things where the ego, bro, it was just survival right at this point. I don't care what it's gonna look like. Again, like I said, I already knew what the end destination was. God showed me exactly what it's gonna be like. Yeah. I already knew what the prophecy was. I just had to wait for the world to catch up until it happened, innit?
Okay.
That's how I saw it. And that's what happened. So after I came back, I was waitering for about 2 months. Yeah. I get a phone call from Sebastian saying, yo, a production company. Actually, he gave me a phone call 2 years prior.
Oh yeah?
He said, production company interested in just a couple. Just like, let me know, like, what's, like, like, just keep us in mind and don't run away to New York and stay out there. And I was like, bet.
So at this point, is just a couple, as the YouTube, like, episode or whatever, or the things that you put out, has that already been done, or it's just
done, like, 2 weeks before?
I remember you had done just a couple, and then it kind of went on TV, and it went on BBC Three. So
no, the thing is, it was like 3 weeks before I flew out to New York to first go and study. Sebastian's like, bro, you're moving. Come to my house. I wrote 3 scripts. Here's the concept. You guys improv the thing, and let's just like get something out there because we're leaving.
Oh, so you smashed it out before you left?
In one day.
What?
I went there at 6 a.m. and left there at like 12 a.m. We just smashed out, recorded thing, film, put out there. Flew to New York, studied within and went onto the internet, done really well on YouTube.
Yeah, bro, that was getting numbers, blood.
And then Sebastian called me up, said like, yo, someone's interested, and producers interested, reached out to me from Big Talk. They want to like package it, try to sell it to BBC, see if they want to fund it so we can do it. Yeah. That was 2 years it took. I flew back to New York, back to London, waitering, 2-3 months within to waitering. Yeah. I get a phone call saying like, all system go, bro. So
that whole process of who was gonna take it and who was
2 years, bro.
Was 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
At this point, obviously I know you was flying back and forth. Was you in communication with Seb?
Call me every day, like every now and then. Like I flew Seb out once, like get him to do some upshot reels out there. Yeah. My brother, like he's my brother, so we. Yeah. Like, Seb's
been grinding for a minute. He's another person I've interviewed, but he's
blown away.
Right. Yeah.
Netflix, everything right now.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Bro.
I already knew Seb's journey was inevitable.
From his first thing that he won the award for.
Yeah.
That short film that he did about the books and that, like it was.
I was in that. I was.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Was he in that as well?
No. I saw. Do you know what it is? I remember he was trying to sort it all out, and then I kind of didn't hear nothing about it. Then he posted it. Then fam, it just blew up, and I was like, yo.
It was worse hip hop. It was everything.
Yeah.
That was my first lead in something.
Blood, that concept
Seb gave me a chance, bro. The role was for someone else.
No way.
And he gave me an opportunity, and that's when I remember. Was like, anything you need, Seb, I've got you. That's why when he called me, he said, bro, come down. I said, I'm there. Are you alright?
That concept, blood. Just explain the concept before we move on, car. That concept was crazy.
It was amazing. I don't even want to give it away. I feel like you should go and watch it.
Yeah, it's true.
Type into YouTube, illegal activity.
Illegal activity, that's what it is. Yeah. When I saw that, I said, yo,
blow you away.
Crazy. The concept. I personally still think Seb should do something.
And he didn't tell anyone. I didn't even know what it was about until I watched it. No one knew because he gave everyone just different parts of the scripts.
No way.
Yeah, and like he made me believe it was what it was.
Thing. Yes, yeah.
So all the backlash, all the people like cussing it out, saying, "Oh, another black team." Everyone was going in at it. So obviously when it finally came out,
yes, I remember.
Everyone was like,
"Oh." Hella quiet,
which
bro.
is amazing. That's
no, the concept was crazy because it threw me.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd heard about it, and I was like,
yeah,
but it's just another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
then when I watched it, I said, "Yo," and I remember I bucked him at an event, and I said, "Seb, blood." I just had to, I just said, "Fam," and I've never met him at this point.
I don't even know how old. I think like 22 at that point.
Yeah, bruv, the concept was
21,
crazy.
kid,
yeah, like now that concept will go off.
Yo, oh my god, if that came out right now,
oh mate,
different.
Yeah, different. That would make some noise.
Different now.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
But that's what I'm just saying. It was all early for years, man.
Yeah.
Everything is still brand new. YouTube, everything brand new.
So obviously Seb come back. Obviously you come back.
Yeah.
You said they want it now. So at this point, are you with an agent? You still?
I'm still technically with an agent. I kept them on from since I was before I went to New York. I was with an agent. Look, if I put agents in categories, like A, B, C, D, E, I'll say there's like a D.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
But they came across as a B.
Oh, okay.
But to me, because of what I wanted, what my goals was, they can tick some people's boxes, but for what I wanted, there was a grade D in it. Like for what I want, it's like grade A's, and those like the top 5 in the world. You know what I'm saying? So
what was the process? What's the process of? Because I got a couple questions because what is the purpose of an agent, and what is the process of you having one? Like, what is the purpose of you having one? Sorry.
So an agent just like everyone's basically the middleman, innit? That's everyone's job really, to get you to the next stage, innit? And everyone has a purpose on which you probably will spend 15 years trying to accumulate what they can do because they've done it for years as well. So in terms of again, what is the role of an agent? The role of an agent is to get you auditions. And how does the agent get auditions? Because they get auditions through casting directors. Yeah. How they meet casting directors through going to different shows. So they have a whole list of casting directors that you probably don't know, haven't built a relationship with, haven't got yourself into a room. They've got relationships with producers. They've got relationships of hearing word about work that's off the market, if you will. Like if you think about for property, like you can know an agent, and they'll know about property that's not been on put onto the website. Anything, they'll call you first to let you know. So they have those kind of relationships which you don't. So that's the benefit for them, and they can help map your career and get you to the stage where you evidently they believe you can get to, and what you believe you can get to. So if I say like my goal is to get into a 10 series on Netflix, I'll find the right agent that has done that and that can do that, and if we build the right relation, they believe I can do that as well, then all system goes. But obviously to get that, you have to bring something special. You have to bring something that's different. You have to stand out. Whether I don't think this talent alone, back in my era, it was just talent. Talent was enough to make noise. Now it's because of the whole new social media era. I don't believe it's enough. I believe you have to tick a lot more boxes. You have to be social media presence. You have to be wanted by other customers. You have to have a story. Like there's a lot in it. Like because at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a game. The more you understand the business, the more you can play the game properly in it. Like that's what I truly believe. Like for me, even personally, I believe if I wanted to be even more further my career, I know how to do it. But because right now I'm even focused on other things. I don't want the major hypeness and industry of it just yet. I'm even holding back for 3 months whilst I focus on bringing in some cash flow and property. Just for my sanity and for being a father as well. Of course. Because industry can be very much cutthroat if you don't play it properly.
Do you believe in this day and age, especially with social media and everything, that there's still a need for an agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. That's the wrong answer. Because, of course, it's not a need. But, why not play the game? With one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, right, let me try to see if I can break into different analogies. So it's like, alright, cool, you can be a footballer without a manager to get yourself into somewhere like Chelsea. You can make as much noise, you can put videos up there, email them, cool. Or you can make as much noise as that, get an agent, get an agent to sell you to Chelsea, to Man United, to this company, get the highest bid, and then you pick which one you want. So there's all, like, again, you can do that, but it could be done quicker. Something which you never thought about, because again, these people who's been 10, 15 years educated in front of you, sometimes that can be to your detriment, sometimes that can be to your advantage. For example, if I can give you an example of someone who I know who's in the industry. There was with one agent. I can give you my example of my life. I was with one agent. I might have one audition every 2 months.
Is that good or bad?
Horrible, because again, I work in ratio. If I knock on 100 doors, I can get into 30 of those rooms. 10 of them might say yes to me, and I'll book 3 of them. Might be an amazing job that can change my life. Do you understand? So if I'm doing one audition every 2 months, that's 6 auditions a year. The likelihood of me landing them is like 0.00001.
How many would you say is a sufficient number?
So here you go. So that's when I moved to the other agent. I was getting 4 auditions a week.
Oh wow.
Do you understand?
Yeah. That person was.
The difference is different. Do you understand? So that's when I was booking more work. Even though it's smaller roles, it's all part of the journey, part of the story. So the difference is incredible. It's way more demanding. It's way more strenuous on the mind. Don't get me twisted. It's hard. But again, when you're ready, innit? Like, so you'd be so surprised by. You'll see someone who lands one role, a huge role. It probably took them about 100 different auditions of like huge things trying to get that one role. Taraji P. Henderson. I've read her book, and in her book she goes into detail. I think it's like a whole chapter about when she was coming up, and they have, is it SAG or the acting guilds? And she was basically saying that, you know, basically coming up, a lot of people didn't want to take certain roles, but she was just booking, no matter, because she no matter what role she took, she aced it. Like she killed every single, big or small. And I feel like in this day and age, a lot of people are trying to go for, they want the big roles, but they don't want to work at getting the small roles. I was the same guy. I was the same kid that thought exactly the same thing. Again, the ego thing. I just saw it as, I want to win an Oscar. I want to win a BAFTA. I want to be respected and well respected for what I can bring to this industry. The way to do that is only by doing certain roles. Only roles I can learn a characteristic or getting death, crying, tears, all that. That's bullshit. I realise it's bullshit, innit? That's not how you play this game. The way you play the game, which I learned drama school. Play what you're bloody good at. Play what your character fits. Play what your look fits, and play it so well, and then get into the room and then change it. And that's literally what I did with Hollyoaks. When I first walked in that room, they had no idea about my character.
We're gonna get into that. Because in Taraji, she was in the Malcolm X movie with Denzel. But no one didn't really pay. I didn't know this until I read her book.
I didn't realise.
Because you won't see it unless you actually know what you're looking for. There's a piece where he's standing on a podium, and I think he's outside. I want to say he's in Chicago somewhere. And you can actually hit because I took the clip and put it up on my Instagram. I was like, I didn't know you. But
I love your page, by the way.
Oh, appreciate it.
Honestly, I really pray that it gets its accolades, because it's so needed. It's so needed.
And this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to do it for. Do you know what I'm saying,
bro? I love it.
So I put up the clip, and I was like, so basically you see her. She's at the front. But the funny story is, so she and her brethren have got the casting call to go. So they go, but it's like an extra, so you might not even see her.
I've done bare extra.
But this is what I didn't realise to the depth.
Moment I can be like, I was in this, and then you just zoom in and just see me there.
All right, and that's what happened, because I didn't realise the depth. Cause, bruv, she did her own. She got her on she put her on her costume and everything and whatnot. Fam, imagine the set on fire.
Boy.
So everyone had to evacuate. Her and her bedroom was like, we're not moving. Like I'm right in the front. So if the camera pans round, you're gonna see me. She's like, I'm not moving. Fireman tried to take. She's like, I'm not moving. There's no fire. Like you can't see nothing. It was just smoke, innit? Anyway, so that's why you see her in. So when the camera zooms round and you just about see her, but you can hear her voice, and she's going, yes, baby, and da. But my point to say this is like, even though she didn't, even though she wasn't in a main role, she still played her part and still went above and beyond for that role. And I feel like that's what she stresses. Do you stress the same thing, or do you feel like, you know, still just pick the specific roles or whatever the case may be? Because it's almost like doing your due diligence a little bit.
There was a point like that, but after Hollyoaks, I thought there was that point, you know. And there is to a certain extent. I won't accept certain roles, but that's because I feel like I deserve to do.
But you've done your legwork.
Yeah, you understand. And it's not only that I've done the legwork. It gets to a point where something can just be repetitive and it actually doesn't serve you. Okay. And there's power in the word no. There's so much power in the word no. Yeah. So much more than I realised, bro. Like so much power. So obviously the same thing is no. There is the things where you have to humble yourself and you do it, like, which I've done a few times. But as long as it, like Arinze Kenny years ago, like, broke it down like this. He's like, it has to serve 3 different purposes, at least 2 out of the 3. Yeah, it's either going to help you financially, you're still going to respect yourself after doing it, and your family and friends and peers respect you after doing it as well. Okay. So you like, if it doesn't tick at least 2 of those boxes, no point doing it. Yeah. So even if it doesn't cover me financially, if it covers me in those other 2 boxes, I'll do it. No, sorry, not even family and friends. Family and friends is still connected to the other one. Okay. But if it helps you better your career, if it serves and at least takes it to the next step within your career, then do it. You understand? But if it's not taking at least 2, just one of those, I'll say no. If it's taking 2, I might say yes, depending. I'll pray about it and see how I feel about it. Okay. If it's taking 3, then 100% I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? And since then, that's been my blueprint of how I set jobs and how I approach my work.
So, alright, so you've mentioned Hollyoaks a couple times now. So now explain how that happened, because you had a big role in that.
Yeah, God bless.
How long was you in that role for?
2 years. 2 years. Okay. How it happened. So this is soon after Hollyoaks. I was just like, I'm not getting another job. I said, I'm not doing it. I said, no more, bro. I'm not doing 9 to 5. I'm gonna grind again. The little money that I have saved, I'm gonna at least allow myself to like not work for 2 months. I know I can get a job like that if I really wanted to. So let me grind for these 2 months, try to book another role. I was soon after leaving my old agency as well. So this is my last end of my contract. I left them before just a couple, but it's 3 months clause. I couldn't leave them after. Terrible contract. But anyway, we live and we learn. So my last audition with them.
Did you read the contract when you was given it, or did you understand it? Is that
I did, but I had no idea, bro. I had no idea about it. It was like essentially, I know how to get better contracts now. Like now, again, I learned the business, understood it, understand it so much more. So I can make better deals, or I can try to achieve a better deal than what I did then. So yeah, it was 3 month clause. My last audition with them was Hollyoaks, funny enough, but it was like one of them open auditions. It wasn't even anything that I couldn't do myself, to be honest. But it was cool. Walked into a room. It was about bare black man, bare man that looked like me. Even my own bedrooms, I see them there. Bare, but I said it. Auditioned, whatever. Boom. And it was a great audition. I think I even forgot my lines at one point. But it still went really well. Really connected.
What did you use for the audition?
It was some sides, so like some lines. It was like a dialogue between this character and another character, and the cast director read with me. And read the other director. After that, like 2 weeks later, a week later, I get a phone call saying you're next to the next stage. The next day was flying down to Liverpool. And only 6 people got through to that stage. So within that stage, no, actually, wait, is that how it happened? 6 people. It was 6 people got to that stage. I bet. So we go down to Hollyoaks and we do it in front of we do it in a room with the people that will play like some of the characters. You do that first, and then you go into another room and you do like the green screen, like not green screen, on set. You actually do it on set. You do it with one of the actors. They do it on camera, and they'll see if it works. And the producers will watch you the second time. The first time the cast will watch you the first time. So I think there's probably more random actually, and some of them got sent home. And if you get to the next stage, so the final stage, I think, which was the 6 people, and then they'll pick out those people. And then I got a phone call soon after that, saying I got the role.
Nice.
Man.
And what was that like now? Because now you've kind of transitioned into the quite a big TV screen. So how was that? Like, what was that feeling like? Because now you know, you can add, I've been on mainstream TV. Like,
which is
kind of everybody
which was the goal, you know what I mean? So I guess it was amazing at that point. Bro, there's two sides in it. There's one side where yes, the experience was absolutely amazing. You know, being recognised, being like treated differently. You know, like having endless amount of content which you can use to showcase yourself. Being on TV, your son seeing you, being recognised and stopped on the street, your pictures, all that. Fun. Great, fantastic. The other side, the other side is that in the beginning it was horrible.
In what way? Because this is the nitty gritty that I kind of want to get into. Like,
it was horrible for me because I was still broke. I had no money.
Even though you're on mainstream TV,
I had no money. I didn't get paid for the first few months. So I was still. You remember I said I left after Just a Couple. I said no more job.
Yes.
I had 1 month to survive. At this point, we're now pushing into 3 months. Do you understand?
Okay,
so I'm still surviving off that old money. Trying to survive in that period, bro.
Did you guys get paid with Just a Couple? Like
I did, but the money wasn't great.
Okay.
I won't expose how much.
No, obviously, but
it was enough to survive for a month.
And that's
on pennies.
And that's from the BBC Three thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It worked.
Because it being on BBC Three, automatically someone would think like
BBC probably would have got
run the
more.
check.
BBC would have got paid like 10 times more.
Okay.
It all depends what channel you're on, what time and the slot you're on, how much they're willing to put down. There's a lot of factors in it, but again, I didn't care because I just wanted to get that material. I just loved the opportunity. Anything Sebastian I already knew. Even if it's not today, I knew within 5-10 years. This guy's gonna land something else. He's always gonna think about me. And until today, he does.
Of course,
he offered me a couple of roles on Netflix recently, but I was busy doing something else. Like the relationship's there for life. You understand?
Of course, Seb's a good guy, blood.
If I'm eating, he's eating. We just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. So now you obviously 3 months in. You're not getting paid. It was a difficult time.
It's not their fault either. Don't get twisted. It's not Hollyoaks' fault. That's because I had a bad agent.
Oh,
do you understand?
So the agent is technically quite important, bro.
It's so important. I had a bad agent, so they hadn't sent certain documents that had to be in place. It was just bad in it. But I hadn't known that until I got a new agent. And I got a new agent off the back of Just a Couple.
Yes. But
they said once, like, let's let you go through a bit of Hollyoaks first, and then we'll step in. And then when I like mentioned some things to them, because they kept on advising me, but I just go into the office and get the contracts, like find out what's going on. So I went in, and that's when they found out that I hadn't sent one document, and that was the only document that was missing where I hadn't been paid. I was like, what?
Way.
So I signed it then and there, and I got paid the following week. I was like, oh my god.
No way.
So I've been suffering. And when I'm saying suffering, bro, I was suffering, man.
No way.
Again, I still have a son, so I'm flying back every weekend to go and see him. That's £90 a trip. And then I'm also paying for food, transport. I used to walk to work. I used to walk to work. I used to eat peanut butter for breakfast and lunch.
No way.
But I couldn't afford to eat. It was mad. And you would never think that, obviously, because
you was on,
national TV. And the thing is, I'm not allowed to tell no one I'm on Hollyoaks. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even tell my family. I was on Hollyoaks for the first 3 months until the newspapers found out. Then I was able to tell people. So I'm not asking no one for help or no money. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just grinding. Because for me, I was just like, I did this in New York. I grinded in New York. I was homeless in New York. Did the same kind of thing. I did the same kind of thing when I was at university. Homeless in university, grinding. So for me, it was just another stage in my life where I'm just grinding. So all the things that God showed me back then, I was able to survive. You know what I mean? Within this period, so it wasn't too mad for me.
So did you like? So at that point when you said, oh yeah, no one didn't know, what did you mean by that? Was in that you lot filmed for 4 months, or you was actually on the Hollyoaks thing and no one didn't know? No,
so you don't go into screen until like the first 3-4 months because you film in 3 months to 4 months in advance.
Oh, okay. I thought they only maybe did a couple episodes or something.
Well, they're filming, bare episodes, but months in advance. There might be an emergency where you have to film something or change something within those 3 months.
Okay.
Because something might happen politically or something, whatever. But essentially, you're filming months in advance. And
when you say from when the papers picked up, as in picked up you being in it, or
no, they released like to the papers. Like again, everyone has connections. So Hollyoaks have connections with a Daily Star, whatever, Daily Mail.
Oh, okay.
They'd be like, all right, we've got a new character coming out. You guys are gonna get the first dibs on introducing this character, as opposed to another newspaper getting the first dibs.
Yeah, yeah.
Then everyone will catch up the day after. So again, it's all about relationship. That's what I mean by relationships within agencies, because even bloody the press team had relationships within newspapers.
Yes.
That sold a story to them, and then they
I didn't even really know about all of that. They had them kind of relationship with the actual shows and stuff. Everywhere
there's anywhere there can be a middleman, there's a middleman. That's a lot of people make money. You know?
So when obviously now news is broke now that obviously you're out and you're the new character, quite an exciting character. It was quite a strange role for me to look at you and you got like teenage sons and shit. I was just like,
and I know I looked young as well. It's believable.
You look mad young,
and
bro.
The thing is, they wanted me to shave as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and I was just like, no, if you shave me,
I'm gonna look even younger.
So they was just like, oh, let's just see how it looks. They shave me. They was like, yeah, let him grow that back. let him grow that back real quick. I said, I told you.
No way.
I told your ass. Like,
yeah. So how did it? What was it like being on like the Hollyoaks set? Because it's quite a big production.
Yeah.
Quite a big set to kind of be on. What was that like?
It was scary, but at the same time, like I felt like I deserved to be there, innit?
Yeah.
Like I'd just been prepared with doing Just a Couple, and Just a Couple was so demanding where we had literally 2 days to learn the script. We're like, it was so like on the ball, morning to evening. Yeah. So it was exactly what Hollyoaks was like. So I had learned it just prior. So I feel like I just got training again how God works. Like he just trained me bit by bit to put me in the right position. And eventually I felt like I deserved to be there. So it wasn't as hard. Yeah. But I was actually over prepared. So I'm dyslexic as well, innit?
Yes. Okay.
So I over prepare when it comes to work. I over prepare lines, everything, bro. The dialogue, the script.
I'm dyslexic as well. I have to read my texts over before I say
I've developed like different, not developed, but I've learned different things that have helped me,
of course,
to be able to survive, manage it within this industry. Like,
that must be difficult because obviously you got to learn lines and stuff. And I know how it it works when you kind of read something and something's moved around, or you look. Do you know what I'm saying? So it must have been difficult to obviously kind of adapt to that situation.
Very hard, but over the years I've developed things where now I can give me a text. I know I can be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's taken me years to develop. It was definitely like that. I remember my first ever audition. Oh my god. My first ever, like, but I mean like mainstream, like, so if I landed this I would have blown up kind of thing. Yeah. Actually the person who booked the role was, you ever heard of someone called Joe Cole? He's like right now, well, he was in Peaky Blinders. He's done bare things.
Yes, I know about. Yeah.
He booked the role.
Yeah.
So you can see the trajectory of where my life might have taken. Obviously, he's different. He's a white guy.
Yeah.
Like he booked the role, and he's like, and I got down to one of the last stages as well, and he bagged it. But I was terrible. I was horrible in audition. I was so bad. Like I learnt my tech. I went over it, but I walked into that room. I do my monologue in front of like the producers, the writers, directors. And then like one of the cast directors was like, I was reading a monologue and then she answered me doing the monologue. She go, oh really? But of course they would do that on set. Like if someone's saying a monologue, you might interact or whatever. Okay. But there was no text to say really. So I was thrown off. I was just like, yeah, really. But I didn't have the text in front of me. Yeah. So I forgot everything.
Oh, she threw a curveball.
Bro, my mind went blank and I just started apologizing like a dickhead. Never apologize. Okay. Never ever apologize. But I apologize was the most unprofessional thing. Of course, I didn't know anything.
Why do you say never apologize?
Because anyone can make a mistake. What are you apologizing for, bro? Anyone can make a mistake. I can say the wrong number to you, wrong figure to you. I can say the wrong direction to you. Here's the right one. Yeah. It basically, in a sense, like if you're professional in your thing, you understand people are gonna make mistakes. I'm not gonna apologize for making a mistake. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna pick up from, because when you're on set, if I'm in front of a camera,
you gotta keep going, bro.
Or I say my line's wrong, you don't do that. You go back. Or voiceover work. Yeah. Or you gotta keep apologizing. No, you go back and you say those lines again. You understand? So it's like there's certain professionalism that comes with actually just knowing that it's okay to make a mistake, and you just tell them where you're gonna pick up from. Yeah. Because alright, if I break it down again as the whole project for a TV show would have like the producers, the writers, on set. Even break it down to on set. On a set, you'll have the script supervisor, the costume designer, the makeup designer, the DOP, the director. So there's so many people that are working towards just making sure that perfect scenes and you look perfect in that moment, and the dialogue's been written out perfect. You can't keep on just apologising when there's so many people trying to make sure you have to keep them coming back, starting again, coming back, starting again, coming back, starting again. All you have to do is understand that, alright, cool, if I messed up some text and I know the camera's focused on the other person, I don't need to apologise and say I'm so sorry, because it's not even, the camera's not even focused on you. You understand? So all you have to do is repeat your line, and the actor is a professional. They will just carry on. They understand, I'm not going to move, so continuity is going to work. The person who's over in the camera suite is going to edit the video. All they have to do is cut from here to here. And there's no damage. Do you understand? But you apologise and there's more tape that's being used. There's so many, essentially. Does that make sense? So I'm thinking quite deep, but that's essentially
but that's good to know, because a lot of these actors that are coming into the game and trying to do things, they don't know that, like, again, that might be their first reaction, is to apologise and think, that was mine. Oh yeah, do you know what? I'm sorry. Let me get it again. Or do you know what I mean? But in reality, what I've known and what I've seen, even when I've try to, you know, dabble in the acting side of things, I've noticed that, like what you said, you kind of just got to pick up from, especially from the person you're opposite, because they know, because you kind of know each other's lines. So you have to, so if they see that you're struggling,
on stage, bro, like, like, when I'm on like rehearsal or something, if I forgot my line, I'm not gonna apologise. I'm just like, alright, let's just go back. We're gonna go back to there. You pick up from that line, I can carry on from there. Yeah, bet. Go. You understand? No one wasted time. No one. There's a certain professionalism that comes with that, innit? Like, and it's not even a matter of like disrespect. It's just a matter of discipline and understanding that everyone's there to work together. So instead of me apologising, this is what I would have done. Instead of me apologising, what I would have done, can I just get 2 minutes? I'm just gonna check over my line, just go back over it, and then you guys good to go. Oh, I don't even ask sometimes. I'm just gonna take 2 minutes. I did it all, bro. I did it all the time. I'm just gonna take 2 minutes, just go over this, because like at the end of the day, they want you to get the role. They just want you to get the role. It's not the pressure of like, okay, I'll go right now because you need me to go right now. No, if they just give me some text, it'd be like, you good to go right now? Or do you need some time? Yeah, I'm gonna take 5 minutes. You bring someone else in, I'll come back in 5 minutes, and let's just go again.
See, I would never have thought to say something to.
Obviously, don't get me wrong. They might say no. They might say, all right, cool. What works best for you? 2 minutes or 3 minutes? I always give them 2 options: 2 minutes or 3 minutes. How long would you need? I don't give the option to say no. I give them an option. There, they can go left. This person's still there. I'll give them the option. You know, 2 options. And, you know, they choose the latter, and then I'll take the time I need. Again, I'm dyslexic, so I know what I can bring, I know I can serve, I know I can smash this role, but I know what I need in order to give you the best work right now, innit? I'm not gonna be afraid to bring that up to you. So the text that they give you is not given to you prior to you going into the casting? Sometimes. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Yeah, sometimes. For example, I don't even try to land roles no more. I just try to build relationships. I'm really good at building relationships. And I understand that, again, how the game works with like relationships, your network. Of course. So I focus on that. And what tends to happen is, even if I'm not right for that role, which sometimes might happen, because I might look more younger when I walk into the room, or they might just think, you know what, you're perfect, but just, I don't know if this one fits. I'm not going to take offence to that, but guess what, Slam? We have something else that I think you might fit better. Go and have a read of this. How long do you need? I need 5 minutes. Let me go out. You can bring someone else in. I'll come back and I'll do this one. And I've landed 2 roles by doing that. Okay. See, my initial thought process of like the casting situation was that you're given the script beforehand, and then you might do a monologue of your choice. And then that is the initial. That is the fundamental, like how it works. But then they can sometimes just say to you, okay, read this script for us right there. It can be like that. On set, it's like that. Okay. I've been on set where I've had a moment on holidays where I can't do it. Like I had a panic, like I broke down because it was so much pressure on me, bro. Like it was a lot. But the next time we did that same scene, smashed it 10 times over, to the point where the director, like, he wanted, like, originally people asked him he needs to do it faster because we need him to squeeze in this time frame. But obviously when they edit it, they need it to be only 30-minute slots to go on TV, right? But he's like, no, I'll like Salami, take as long as you like, and I smashed that role, bro. It was sick, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I know I smashed it. I got approached by all the producers. I got approached by everyone saying like everyone's just blown away, bro. And I was just like, that's fantastic. I was, there's no way I'm gonna come back and not smash it after. I had a panic attack and just like, I had 2 actually at one point. One was for a monologue. Yeah. They gave me 15 minutes to learn a 2-page monologue to perform on front of camera, in front of one of someone that's been on Hollyoaks for like 22 years. So she's like a veteran. Yeah. And then at the same time, it was an important monologue, and it was just 2 people. So imagine, and I had 30 minutes to try to do it. How did that go? Did that go well? Or? No. Didn't go well. But thank God the lady that was a veteran that was there, oh bless her, I still got love for her till today. She's like, this is not fair on him. Like, this is not fair to give him 15 minutes to learn a 2-page monologue and then expect us to finish it in 30 minutes. It's just not fair. Like, we gave it a go at first and I was struggling. Like, it's not fair, we're not going to squeeze everything in. She's like, let's just bring it back another day. And thank God, if that was just me, if she was like vexed and be like, no, like, what's he doing here? Like, I could have easily been fired because she's been there for time. But she's like, it's not fair, so they brought it back, and that's when I've done it again and I smashed it. Then the second time, again, like the director, thank God, is the same director. He was just like, Michael, do you need some time? At first I was like, no, I can do it. I just kept on getting it wrong. I just don't know what was getting, my brain wasn't connected to my mouth. It was just, everything was going wrong. He would just take 5 minutes. So imagine I had to make like 30 people wait 5 minutes, bro. I went outside, like, just praying, like, getting my mind right, going over my text. Came back in, everyone's so supportive, and I smashed it. But you will have those moments, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna have those moments on set, of course it's got like them doing that in audition. Like, I expect it sometimes, you know. You have to be prepared for things like that.
So that's a little gem for people when they, you know, get a little.
I'm
flustered.
giving badge. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. So get out of you today, bro. Get out of you today. Okay, so you've gone through the whole year. You've done it like a couple years and stuff like that. Now, all right. How do I put this? And I mean this with the utmost respect. It just seems like when people do a role like Hollyoaks or big TV, afterwards, if there's nothing straight afterwards, it almost seems like they kind of decline a little bit.
I know what you mean.
Do you get what I mean? So what was the situation you was in at that point after Hollyoaks? Because it's quite a big role. And then I'm not too sure if they let you know, okay, you're only going to be in this for 2 years, or it just...
They do, and it's down to you. So essentially, Hollyoaks wanted me to stay for another 2 years. I decided to leave. Because I personally felt like I gained everything I could gain. I had a new agent, and we was both like just like in the same mindset of what we wanted to do. And we was both moving that, you understand? So it wasn't like they kicked me out. And they do that to a lot of people, because it could be your number one reasons. You know, like the audience that love it as much, they're just trying to go a different approach, like the storylines, they want to connect, doesn't, like, there can be so many different reasons. But for my reason, they actually wanted me to stay, and me and Auntie Jackie, our characters was actually supposed to have a longer 2-year span of a relationship, and it being more drama. But for me, I already gained everything I wanted to gain for my character, so I didn't see much of a point of actually doing it. So I left. So the illusion is, once you leave, everyone's going to get to every casting director, every room, everyone's going to talk to you. Nope.
that was my initial thinking. Like, okay, like Mike's gone clear now because he's hit the TV.
That's what you would think, especially because every level you learn more things. So when I got to that level, I thought, boom. But again, at this point, I just like booked that. Fantastic, but I'm seeing my peers again surrounding stuff by the right people, like Damson Idris. At this point, he just booked Snowfall, so he's doing amazing. So I was like, I want an American TV role. I want to lead an American TV role. Get paid 10 times more than I'm getting paid here, and get a lot and approach a lot wider audience. You understand? So that's why I was just like, and I was with the right agent that can get me in that trajectory. I have an American passport, so there's no excuse to not get it. I've done my homework, I've studied it, and understand both industries. So I technically can do it, you understand? So that's why I decided to leave, and I did really well with my agent. We booked a lot of little roles, like here and there, again, all part of the bigger picture. You can sell yourself to Americans by doing little roles in certain things. So I did like Wonder Woman.
I saw that. I posted a clip of that as well.
You understand? So I did like little roles in lots of different things. Again, the same form I used when I first started in the UK. A lot of the YouTube stuff. Put up a show role, and I can use that to approach a bigger cast.
How did you, going on to the Wonder Woman thing, how did you book Wonder Woman?
auditioned. She went down to Warner Brothers studio, met with the casting director. It was amazing. But that's because my agent knew her.
Oh,
you understand?
Okay, so your agent put you onto this.
Yeah, boom. You're casting for this. Called her up. Michael Salami's gonna be the next biggest thing. Put me in a room. Yeah, of course. Anything you say, if you believe him, I believe you.
Yeah.
Got me to the room, and I smashed the audition. And
But because you know what it was as well. Obviously, I watched it more than once. The first time I watched it in cinema.
You didn't clock.
And then like I was at home and I was just watching it again. And then like I paused it. I was like, I was like, ain't that my guy? And then, bro, I remember rewinding the clip. Then I screamed. This is when I was just filming it on my TV. I was like, look at my guy, bro. I said, the hair was funny though.
Yeah, they put some wig on. But also like 1960s.
Yes, it was. It was a little while ago. But okay. So now, what's the thought process? What's the plan after Hollywood? Because like I said, you booked a couple of these
So the goal would have been, the trajectory would have been perfect. Obviously, book a couple of those. Yeah. Go to the States. Use that to get management out there. Yeah. And then audition both sides, bag something, and then set my career from there. Which is that's my normal formula. Yeah. But a lot of factors came into place. We had the pandemic. Shut down the whole industry. You understand?
So you was kind of already making that journey.
I was gonna move to the States 2023. Yeah, there was a lot that was gonna happen, bro. I was gonna be flying out there 6 months at a time from here to LA. Yeah. Because the first time I went out there, made so much connections, met up some managers. They wanted to sign me, so it was going really well.
Do you have an American counterpart manager over there?
I didn't sign. Oh. Okay. Do you understand? I wanted to sign after I came back. I wanted to come back, book another role, and then go back and then try to aim for even a higher manager. Yeah. But then the pandemic happened, and that was a sham. Yeah, a lot of things went downhill. But again, you just adapt. And that's when I was talking to you. I learned all about finances, property, stock market. But I still did my acting, still auditioning, working. I did I toured 2 plays. Yes,
because we were supposed to meet up last year.
Yeah, but I was touring.
Yeah, you was touring with the play and stuff. Yeah,
which was amazing.
What was that play about?
It was called Dialing for Murder. That was great. Touring the whole of the UK. Yeah. But again, it's not what I wanted to end up doing, which is doing the film or TV. So I did that, and then I came back, and then that's what I've been doing. So ideally, right now, obviously, it'd be to get a new show or approach a new management, go out to LA, and carry on that trajectory. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm still quite. I've gone back into property as well. Okay. Studying that market, get some cash flow going in. Yeah. To invest back into my main passion, which is acting. So that's my process right now. Yeah. Still doing alright, still working. I'm filming soon as well. Okay. So yeah, can't complain.
Yeah. Okay. What projects have you, or what's your next plans? Let's say for this year, for argument's sake.
So this year, so be focusing heavily on property. I'm very excited about that. And then also I'm focusing on. I've got a new show coming out with Trend Central. Okay. It's my first time announcing it, but we're working on something as well, which is exciting.
So Trend Central, the one who did Blues Therapy.
Blue Therapy, they did ZZ Mills, a couple other things. I brought them a concept or something that they like, and then we're gonna film that this week actually.
Oh, you put them a concept about it? Okay.
Yeah, so I approached them the same way I approached Just a Couple. They approached BBC 3. So it's the same kind of method in approaching the treatment. They liked it, so we're gonna film that. And then I'm writing new shows as well, collaborating.
Your own stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm working with some of the OGs like Tolu Lope, Don't Jess Me, A Squeezy.
Yeah, of course.
Writing with them.
I feel like they don't get their just dues.
Yeah, they will 100%, man. Yeah, trust me, they're doing things as well, and they're also doing A Squeezy's doing today's birthday. Happy birthday! He's doing businesses as well. Yeah, he owns Cheap Meals.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. And his story is amazing because he was I know he was proper down on his luck at one point, and he's proper set himself up now to be.
But he's been doing things just behind the scenes. Yeah, he went to more management, and then came off the social media, became born again Christian as well. So he's been doing his thing. He's doing amazing. And so we're writing right now, collaborating with some producers as well. want to fund our projects. Yeah. And then I'm doing some otherhood as well.
Oh, you're doing some other, that's Adam Deacon's. Yeah. He's got a bag of actors for that thing, bro.
It just cameos.
Yeah. So you got these little projects going on.
Yeah, so a few things going on. Exciting things as well, man. I'm in a good point. I wasn't so much off the back of my tour, but you know, God's been good in the last year.
Yeah.
I changed, even my mindset as well has grown, my mental's grown, my spirit's grown.
Yeah.
You know, I've been putting the work in on those areas, and it's been mirroring in my life, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, wicked, man.
I can't complain right
That's
now.
wicked. It seems like you're in and you know, like whenever we see each other, we always say like, "How are you doing?" And and we always, because I know that especially in this space, when you see someone you might have seen for a little while and you say, "Oh, how you doing?" Ultimately, someone gets into a mode of, "Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." No. How are you doing? Do you know what I'm gonna say?
My question I normally ask, I say, "How's your soul?" innit?
Yeah.
Because then that misses all the other nitty gritty. I ask how your soul is. Innit?
Yeah.
I think that's important. You know?
Yeah. So it's.
But my soul's good right now.
Yeah, it seems like you're in a real good space at the moment. Because I remember speaking to you before, and you was like, "Rod, you know what, mate? Taking a little break from now
exactly,
and getting your head into, you know what I'm saying?" So it seems like you're in a real good space.
Bro, it had to, like, obviously pandemic was tough, and then even being on tour like by yourself is tough. Like, there's a lot of loneliness that does come with the industry, innit? Like, and then also being a man in this industry, like not even being a man in the industry, but just being a man in general, surviving, being a breadwinner and providing. It's not easy. But it's just a matter of understanding and knowing how to play the game. That's always call it a game, because fundamentally it is a game. And if you just learn, you know, what cards you've been dealt with and just play it accordingly, you know, you can't be angry about the results.
Okay, so are you gonna jump back on that path that you was talking about with the whole America path and whatnot?
100%, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Again, I was supposed to be out there now.
Oh, okay,
today I was supposed to be flying, but then I bought some otherhood, so I'm filming for that. Then I got the TV show and other things, so I'm like, I'd rather do that than go out there. But originally I would have been out there, no matter what came out, I would have been like, I'm going, you understand? And then working on building that relationship out there and building that structure. Which I will, because even when I went out there before, like Emil Mean was like, "Where you going, bro? Don't go back." Stay out here. And I was like, I would, but I got
Emil Mean's a guy, he's making some tracks. So he's been doing it for a while now.
He's doing well out there.
And
he's living.
He's doing something. Do you understand? I don't know if you know, but he, on his posts, he used to do this 1 to 13 hashtag. Do you know what that means?
I still don't, you know. I think that's part of his company and part of his branding.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember I was in one of his short films, and I think it was called 12.
Yeah.
So I think it's part of like him wanting to make 13 things, something to do with that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like...
I remember you used to see that.
Yeah, like there was like 12 hours in a day, maybe it's like the extra hour. I don't know. Do you know something like...
He's very mental as well.
Yeah.
He's a very clever guy, man.
Yeah.
He plays the game very well, I believe.
Yeah,
he was like, "Stay out here, bruv." I was like, "I got a little one." He's like, "I know," but so obviously I said, "All right, cool. If I'm gonna do that, let me come home, sort things out first. Yeah. Put things into place. Which I did, you know, and so I'm able to do that. But again, I also understand finance is very important. Yeah. So that's why I'm investing heavily in property right now. Create that cash flow, passive income, systemize those, so I don't have to work on it. And then I can use that, go fly anywhere I want, do what I want, when I want, knowing that I'm still, you know what I mean? Everyone's still taken care of as a man, which is tough. But I apply everything I've learned for the last 10, 15 years in this industry, and it's paying off so far. Yeah. Expedited my journey so far. I'll grab off. So yeah, I can't complain right now, man.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's wicked, man. That's wicked. All right. Yeah, listen, like I said, I just wanted to kind of document the journey so far, because I know you've been putting in the work, you've gone through stuff, and it was just a big thing that, you know, just to show and kind of give you your flowers of what you've done so far. Cause I know that you're trying to definitely get to, I believe you can get to where I know that you can believe, and I've been saying that, like, you're definitely someone who I feel like the trajectory should be going the way it needs to be going, which is up. Do you know what I'm saying? And getting those roles, because I feel like you said, you've been grinding, you've been putting in the work, and you deserve those roles that a lot of people are getting. And I know there's I feel like the UK is a bit, I feel like we've been lost for a little. When I say lost, I feel like on both sides, like consumer wise, as in like people who go to see the UK stuff, but also on people who are creating the UK stuff. I feel like there's not a big disconnect, but there's a disconnect in terms of like the support wise.
I agree, and like I heavily agree. There is that aspect, but again, if I try to put myself in the UK people's shoes on why they do that, like it's just how we are, bro. And I had to realize, like, I tried to battle that, I tried to combat that and create things, but again, like, bro, play the game. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Hence why I was like, I will go abroad, but I still will create content out here, 100%.
Yeah.
But I also understand that London, for example, is like one state within the UK. It's 51 states. Do you understand? Or even the UK probably like one state. And there's 51 of those out there. So I understand there's a bigger pond, there's a bigger thing. So there's gonna be more support. They see less celebrities, less than we see celebrities. You understand? And it's like, I don't even deem my friends as celebrities. I just see them as friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I get their marker out there when they will like hone in and really support like people as opposed to the UK. And we are different. We're very much to ourselves, very much trying to succeed by ourselves as well, as opposed to America. It's all about networking, who you know. It's a different market, like, you know. And you know, I'm still adamant to try to change the market, hence why my new show is about like trying to create a platform for like what you're doing, create a platform for,
okay. I love that, man.
Like, you know, just create conversation, because the same way we have conversations, Skepta or Jamie or
and this was the whole point of what I was trying to do, but we don't have it for us.
I've been saying that for 10 years. I was just like, when I was up and coming, learning from SC and watching SBTV and seeing people like Skepta, I was like, this is great, I'm learning from them, but why do I never see people from the UK?
Our, like, the acting side of things, fam, and that was the whole point of this, blood.
Do you understand? There should be that network where we can support and create.
I love that, man. I love that, bro.
So I'm still adamant to create that, but at the same time, I'm still going to play the game, and I'll play it accordingly, so I will go out to the States. Especially being American, and that's, again, I have a son. So it's like, I want to spend less time doing long projects and make more money to provide for my family, take care of them, and do what I love. Still get paid to do what I love. Like,
do you? And last thing before I go, and I want to get your opinion on it, because it's something that's kind of been on my mind for a while, and it's regarding like to say like musicians getting actor roles. My thoughts on it is like, just because I've gotten both sides of it. I've got people who have casted, you know, rappers and stuff like that in projects and stuff like that. So my understanding is they do it because it helps them get funding for their projects. But what I believe is that I don't think it should be done in that sense unless you put time into it. Now, I'll give you an example. Kano is a primary example. In my head, Kano disappeared from music for a little while. I don't know because I haven't spoken to him, but in my head he disappeared for a little while. And then in that time that he disappeared, he was honing in on the acting craft of his side of things. That's what I believe. So when he come out and did Top Boy, it was like, that's why he smashed it. It wasn't just like someone called him up and then said, jump on this for me in Rare Tear Tear. Now, I'll give you another example. When Gets was doing The Intent 2, you could see, or I could see, that he was a little bit out of his depth. Because I feel like they threw him into the deep end. Now, Gets as a musician, if you know Gets and you followed Gets' career, you know as a musician, Gets is top tier. Like, he's up there with the
top 3 selected.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Facts. Like, when you talk about that, he's performance wise, bar wise, like, he's up there. But I didn't see that up there Gets when it came to Intent 2. I felt like they threw him in the deep end.
Right. So my thoughts on this whole industry when it comes to things like that, like, I agree. It's like, same like you. Like, I get them, it's numbers, innit? Like I said, keep on saying it, and I know I'm a very slow, like, I think I go deep and I think all these things. I've been in it for too long, so like, the game's the game, right? So I used to be vexed at these things. It made no sense. Like, people that have spent thousands to study and can smash these roles. I mean, really bring depth to it, and your show could do amazing about going on TV. Like, I know amazing acts. How could have smashed that role? You know what I mean? There's so many. I have all these thoughts, right? But at the same time, I have to put myself in their shoes. What's the goal of the producer? Why would they do that? So it comes down to funding.
Yeah.
It comes down to numbers. As soon as they put a film out, it's going to reach a wider audience than it would if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Using those numbers, the data, because this world is all about data, I can use those numbers to get bigger funding to do a better project. You understand? And keep on flipping it. Flip the same formula, which is what some people did, but also there's other chances you can do that and it can still really take off.
But then there's, on the flip side, to play devil's advocate, you can look at it and say, but because you haven't casted someone who can act authentically, when people go to watch it,
it's shit.
They're gonna see that, so then when you do get that budget for your next big thing, people are gonna be like, but I watched their last one, they weren't really that.
There's both sides.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? So
but this is how they see it. Again, putting myself in their shoe, it's fine. The numbers still got them in the room. I can use those numbers to get next thing, and even if I don't get the same number from the same old audience, I'll put in the new influencers in this one, and I'll get their audience, and I'll keep on flipping that. Do you understand? Yeah. But I don't agree with the formula. I think it's shit because I respect the craft of the work.
Yeah, so do I, bruv. Like, and it's
but I ain't gonna be mad because I understand the game. For example, me being in some otherhood, I know there's gonna be so many cameos. There's so many people in it. Even Ed Sheeran's in it. The guy can't act to save his life.
Nah, and he was in the end of that Red Notice or something like that.
But at the same time, you know, I get it. You know, and he is trying. You know, he is trying the best, and I think I agree with you. People like Kano that put the work in, that do go and work to try to really hone this craft.
Because there's only a handful of them who have transitioned from the music side into
like Bashi. But Bashi went in.
But again, but you got to remember, you got to remember, Bashi again. Bashi took, I don't say time out. He kind of came away from the music side of things, and he was into the whole, like, he did Black Mirror.
That was his first thing.
Yeah, his accent. Hey, Bashi, I love you, but listen, the American accent, yo, cuz.
Like, all I'm saying, you know.
But now, the level that he's at now, fam, the thing, the
amazing.
is it the thing in America, them, fam, I said, yo.
He's different now, he's
different. And that is
I love that. I respect it and I'm so happy for him.
But he respects the craft because he took time out to do the things. And I just feel like what I feel like is where we're watering down these projects just because of the name you're trying to sell the seat. We're not getting the most out of the UK has to offer, because I get so frustrated because in my head, like I said, the first thing I thought of, if they could have casted you for the Get Seen, that was my, and I think about that with a lot of other shows. It's not just them. I just use them as an example. Shout out to Femi, shout out to Slim, Nikki. But I just felt like, had you got somebody in that role, it would have taken that because I liked the first intent. I thought the first intent was simple and effective. That's all it was. There was nothing complicated about it. It wasn't Oscar winning like that, but it was effective and I enjoyed it. And even Scorcher is another person, because he's stepped in that role. All right, he kind of plays similar roles, but he stretched his legs out because he was in Small Axe. And he was trying to do other things as well. I know he's got his hands in other pies at the moment, acting wise, but he's trying to do different roles. And for me, I just felt like if we keep piling, and this is just a metaphor, if you keep piling shit on top of shit, all we're gonna get is just shit. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like there needs to be some sort of break or some sort of.
There won't be.
And this is what I'm
sorry, I said this for years. I've been screaming the same thing for 10 years, bro. There won't.
because I've seen it happen, bro.
There will be in it, but it's until we become the producers, right? Until we become the network owners. What I will say, and that's why I said I see both sides of the coin, is because the audience need to go out and support the things, but they won't because they don't see any value in it. Like. They don't, not unfortunately. Like, we're very much in the name in this era where it's all about what's the loudest thing? What's the noise?
Yes.
You understand? Hence why some artists can blow up overnight and then can go down. Like you never hear about them again after one song. Or some artists can blow up and it can be consistent. You understand? It's like it's the name of the game, bro. Like,
but then this is what it comes to, because in America they did. I'll give you an example. Money and Violence. There was a show called Money and Violence in America, and that was like a hood show.
Yeah.
But my brother, when he told me about it, he's like, yo, watch Money and Violence, it's on YouTube. Obviously, these men all they had was one camera and one boom mic. Yeah. For their whole first season, fam. Yeah.
I've been them days.
Right. You know how the struggle is, bro. Yeah. The acting is meaty, but the writing, the script writing, was gripping.
Good, yeah.
Bad. Jay-Z ends up picking it up, and Lionsgate. So then they redid the first season, because obviously it was very quite budgety looking, and redid the first season and then did 2 seasons. And the show was big blood. Like, it was based in Brooklyn. Yeah, it was a hood thing, but it was dope though. Like,
that's essentially what I believe the UK should do. Exactly what you just said is what we should do. Hence what I'm trying to create right now, and that's why I'm still creating content here, because I think I believe that is a good trajectory where we can do that, and we kind of nearly did it with just a couple.
Right.
You understand?
You know what I'm trying to say? Yes. And that was. But then again, my thing is, because your counterpart was Frida, who's Seb's sister.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not too sure if she's been in much before that, but
yeah, she was doing that thing.
But my point is,
bigger than me.
Yeah. But my point is, when people see that now, is she's new to a lot of people.
Exactly.
And now it's like, raw, she can do her thing. Yeah. Because she was dope in it. Exactly. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So a lot of people in the outside world, because I didn't really know who she was, if I'm being honest. Right. But when I saw that, I was like, this show's sick. Even though it was, I knew you, cool, but I didn't know her. But I still thought the show was sick because it was well written. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, so it just shows, it just proves that even though you may not necessarily have big names, something can still survive and still grow. Exactly.
There is that, but it's like, who's willing to take the chance at it? The only form they're willing to take a chance on is what we said. Who's in it? Does the data make sense? Only some TV shows might put bare money in, and then it might succeed. Something like Snowfall. Yes. Beautiful show. Yeah. Well written, casted wonderfully, and it's been doing standing the test of time. Yeah. But who's willing to do it in the UK? Not many. But if I become a bloody millionaire, I'll be willing to do that. Oh yeah, 100%. I would have hired someone like Ratman. Yeah, like, bro, I would have hired him time ago. Let's do this. I would hire Sebastian time ago. Let's do this. And it would have done the numbers if I put the same backing I put into these other shows. It would have 100% done the same number. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just unfortunate.
Even speaking of Ratman, because I watched an interview, and I want to say it was on the HC podcast with Chucky and Poet, but I think it was just Chucky at this point, and they had Femi and Nikki, and they were speaking about the intent. Right. And obviously, Chucky must ask them, like, how did they get or why did they pick Giggs for that? Obviously, because Giggs got a main role. And their response was, it was because he looked like he can bust his gun. And I just thought that was a weird response, because the reason why I say that is because there was a guy in Ratman's because you know the Blue Story, but you know the music version. There was a guy in that who played Timmy. Right. He looked like he can do his thing, but I know he can act because I've seen him in something else. I think it's called like Love Triangle. I can't remember the guy's name. I apologize, but he looked like he can do his thing because I've seen him do 2 different roles and everything else, and he looked like he could bust his gun because he was in the Ratman video. And, you know what I'm trying to say? So
it's not the best excuse, but it's a excuse. It's a reason. So that's what they need to do, is give a reason. But I don't think it's the best reason. I think that's just, it's quite a lazy reason. Yeah, and I just felt like if you'd put in somebody who has, because the reason why I say that is because you could tell he was out of his depth, because when he did the hospital scene and his missus lost their first child, I don't care how tough you are on road and when things there, if you lose your first child, you're gonna lose it. But then what I noticed is they flipped to the bit where he was in the house and he was drinking and then he was smashing up, and in my head they used that to show his emotion that he couldn't show at the hospital. Does that make sense? Very possible. Yeah, very, very possible.
So I just felt like, with that, I say that to say this. I just feel like we need to kind of put in a little bit more effort to also cast the right people, but also I will also stress to the audience, support it when something deserves it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Show out the numbers, bro.
Bruv, I've been saying that, but I ain't holding my legs, man. I am not holding my legs. I tell you. No, I feel like we get supported, man. We do. We really do. But there's always more one could do.
Always.
And I think it's important to do that.
Yeah.
But it's about within us to create these platforms and to continue to like push that narrative and create the hype, because we can't make noise if we're not playing the game.
Right.
Do you understand? Like I can keep on making noise, do this, guys, or I can be like, let me give you something that makes you want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's how I see it now, bruv. I'm very chilled. The world is the way the world is.
Yeah.
I play my cards. So
That's it. In my group, we have the same. The game is the game, bro.
The game is the game.
You just gotta play it, blood. You know what I'm trying to say? Because if you don't play to win, Rude boy.
Do you understand? And understand, bruv. You have knockdowns. You'll lose sometimes. You just keep on playing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, the game's not done. You get me? It's a whole marathon.
It's true.
Just keep on going, okay?
It's true. Anyway, listen, my brother, it was really good to chat to you, and I appreciate it, my brother. Like, listen, let the people them know where they can find you and everything. And,
hey,
you know
come
what I mean?
on. Hey, so obviously it's your boy Michael Salami in the building.
Hey.
So you can find me on any socials at Mr. M Salami.
Yeah.
Google my name, Michael Salami. Most of my stuff will come up if you want to know more. Appreciate you guys, love you guys.
Listen, I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone for watching. This is Critically Acclaimed.
Critically Acclaimed.
And you get me? Tune in, subscribe, lick the bell and all them ting there.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Listen, we're out.